This is the Firstgear 70-liter dry pack. I'm going to be taking it on my overnighter off the back of the V-Strom. Hopefully I'll be able to get out there without too much troubles and get back without too much troubles. So let's pack this bad boy up and see what you can actually put in one of these. This is my 4-tiered sleeping bag. It's a military MMS system. I have the compression sack, the Gore-Tex bivvy over the top of it, and then the 0-degree bag in there, so there is a piece missing. Makes it a little bit lighter, and by making it a little bit lighter, I mean not very light at all. But when a motorcycle is going to carry it all for you, why not? You do have to be careful with the motorcycle weight, but conversation for another time. This is my $2 painter tarp that I've been out in the woods with multiple times, listening to other people angry because they are soaking wet while I am not. Let's shove that in there because it has saved me many, many, many times, and I have a feeling will save me again. Underquilt, because I am going out in a extra wide, 2-man extra wide hammock. I cannot tell you how cold I've been on my last couple of 0-degree to 10-degree trips. And so even though it'll probably only be dipping into like the 30s, I'm really going for the staying warm and cozy, which is something that I've been working on for some time. So underquilt and 2-man hammock. We do want to kind of get this stuff in there. Water. You see my tank bag video, you know I'm bringing more water than this. And I'll get back to this. This is a pouch that I use to make a ridge line to hang the tarp on, but it's actually a hunting device that you would use to lower down your bow or rifle or shotgun when you're getting down out of your tree stand and whatnot. But I have a different purpose for it. What do we got here? Still got lots of stuff. This is a face mask, breathable face mask. I am keeping it. This is waterproof, by the way, and then I'm putting it in another waterproof thing. And so this is a breathable face mask, so that my whole face minus my eyes will be covered and my neck will be covered, because you do not want to dip your head into your bag to try and stay warm. Within 20 minutes of doing that, you will be cold for the rest of the night. You might have 6 hours of that left. And that's enough for your body temperature to dip into dangers real fast. 50 feet of paracord, brand new, haven't touched this particular paracord yet. A small container, super useful. I would like a bigger one than this, but right now I don't have, my cabinet's filled with all my gear, and I was able to find this one really quickly. And because this trip is just an overnighter, I'm okay. I'm going to eat 1 can of food that night and a snack in the morning, so this container actually is more than okay. If I were desperate, I would clean this out and take it with me. Stakes for the tarp. You probably saw the tarp had strings coming off of it. They're already attached in order for me to tie it down. Some of this stuff is overkill on my part. If I want to, and I've done this before, I can just pick up sticks, use my knife, and sharpen sticks and make stakes. And probably more effective than these. But I'm going to use these because time is of the essence when I get out there, because it's starting to get where it's dark real early now. My Silky Smooth Silky Saw. This is a gardening saw. I highly suggest that you do not take an axe with you unless that you're used to using an axe constantly and safely. That is not me. I could totally see myself hitting my own leg or foot with an axe. When I do use an axe, I use it from my knees so that I can't do that. Since I don't trust myself, ta-da! Toilet paper again. There's all kinds of oak leaves out there and whatnot and fern. You don't need this, but faster. A little bit faster. And then I will be like tilting my hammock so that my feet are down below my head. But man, I hate cold feet. So I've created these sleeping bags for my feet, basically. On the inside is a liner. Soft, very warm. It goes in here. They do fit me. And then inside of that goes a nice brand new wool sock. So my feet are in their own sleeping bags inside of a sleeping bag. Now the sleeping bag I'm going to use in a kind of weird manner. If you're not an outdoorsman used to hammocks, you might not be familiar with that. So I'm going to use my sleeping bag as a blanket. It will not be underneath of me. This will be underneath of me. My bedroll from when I was in the Army. This doesn't let your body heat pass through it at all. So the 0 degree bag can then trap, my body heat for me, and then underneath of it, as I showed, that underquilt creates an air pocket, hopefully, underneath of this. So there's just this, I'm in this pocket of warm air after, my body has generated enough warm air. So all this is in here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then what you want to do is get it down nice and tight. Since this is kind of a product review, we're hoping that this, is strong and scratch proof and holds up. We're hoping that it straps easily to my bike. I'll do that on the next video. We're hoping that the waterproofing actually holds up, right? Things to look for. When you go looking like, 70 liters, it's a ton, they're counting this extra space here, like from here to here. But you don't really have that space because you have to do what I'm about to do right now, which is fold that down. You really want to press all the air out of it, compact it, because that's your waterproofing right there. You're folding that down. As many folds as you can get, but at least 2, which I'm not really getting. Maybe 1. Right. There we go. 2, and that's how I'm making sure that water is not getting in this bad boy. Super crucial. So you get all that gear into that tiny little space. So it seems pretty appealing to me. And then it comes with all of these extra straps. I ordered through Revzilla, so they even included a couple free ones for me. Not packed evenly. And then you can kind of squeeze it down even more. And again, this is going to go on your bike, and you're going to have to deal with this weight in sugar sand. So you do want this thing to be compressed as much as you can get it. I'll add additional straps. You can pick it up here. One of the things I like about it is you can carry it out of the woods with you. I think that's super important. I think I've said this in one of my other videos. You got a shoulder strap here, so you can do this with it, or you can have it over your shoulder. The way I'm going to do my setup is if I crash, my bike breaks, and I have to hike out, this comes with me. So it needs to be able to come with me in a way that's not weighing me down and making a possibly very long, uncomfortable hike, next to impossible. This is going on the top. Cool thing about their stuff, if you needed more space than this, and I think that you would for a week-long trip, 3 days, 2 weeks, you just buy the next smaller one, attaches, you throw it on here and attaches right on because of all these different loops and holes. This is going to go here. It's waterproofing anyway, it doesn't matter if it gets wet. It's going to go like so. This is going to go here. Let's not do it that way. Let's do this. Just hide this. Now, if this were to start flapping, you could feed it under something. But I'm just going to put it right here because I'm not going to be driving for a seriously long time. This will go here. And bam. I will have my tank bag filled and this strapped to the back of my V-Strom for my first forest motorcycle adventure. This is what we're going to do, guys. Your boy Mr. G packs up pretty nice. What would we add or take away? You would add more food for longer trips. You would add way more water. I suggest just having a water bladder on your back. They come in some of the smaller backpacks now, and you want way more water than this. Probably a water filter as well if you're doing long distance. And sorry about the dog. And you would want more clothing than this. So probably you would want an additional bag, a small, light additional bag. If you're doing the water bladder thing, then what I suggest is just have your backpack filled with really light, dry clothing that's protected in dry-proof bags, and maybe the water bladder, so that you're keeping things centered on the bike. And then maybe just extra clothing could be stuffed in here. Your boy G, like, share, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.